The University Resident Theatre Association, or Urta, is, among other things, a collection of unique and exciting professional training programs around the country. These MFA programs train people for work in acting, directing, design, and other areas in theater, and by extension, in film, television, and the entire arts and entertainment industry.
My name is John Dillon. I'm going to be your stage manager for today, and this is Aaron. He's going to be your timer. Okay, so
actors check in for an orientation session in the morning, which includes the chance to see the theater they'll be performing in. The auditions are held either in a small professional theater or in a large hotel event room with stage platforms. After the orientation, the actor can leave, but returns at least 20 minutes before their audition to warm up or to practice their own pre-audition ritual.
Did you see my son Ty in that Alpo commercial where the dog licks his face? I like that commercial at all.
At the auditions, the actor presents their 2-minute audition. The prepared actor works without having to worry about the stopwatch. But even if cut off by the timer, it's really what's been seen that counts.
I now fall down or...
The audition normally consists of 2 contrasting pieces. People often ask what contrasting means. The typical answer is classical and contemporary. But what's important is for the candidate to work with their coach and to show the versatility and range they have at this point in their training and experience. The recruiters are theater professionals who are also professional teachers at a variety of programs from across the country. They all want to see a bit of the individual candidate, not a slick audition, but work that reveals the real person.
Where hast thou stolen my daughter?
After their audition, the actor can go, but the next and final step in the process comes later the same day. We asked several recruiters what are important elements they look for in an audition.
The most important element of the audition for me is as soon as I see the student, as soon as I see the actor come into the room, I want to see someone who feels very comfortable in their skin. And whatever that skin happens to be, I want them to be comfortable with it.
For me, the most important element is the selection of material. And I encourage students to look for material that's active and not narrative. So a piece in which you can really go after something.
And what are some important things for an actor to avoid in their audition?
If you choose a text because you think it's going to be shocking, or if you choose a text because the words are good or it gives you a chance to emote, then you've taken the wrong step immediately. So you should avoid any material that is motivated by the wrong reasons. You should choose material and do things on that stage that engage you.
The 2 most important things to avoid from my perspective are doing pieces that are done for shock value only. And I think the second one is probably doing stand-up comedy in place of performing a human journey.
Shoes. Pet peeve is shoes. People don't think well enough about their appearance in association with these things. This is a career move that's being made. And your appearance is very, very important. So you have to think about that from head to toe. We're looking at everything.
I'd also recommend that you avoid dialect pieces because I'm trying to see who you really are.
I've got places to go. It's very nice.
The interview process starts in the late afternoon at the Urta Hotel. Each actor receives a schedule listing the schools and recruiters meeting with them, the time for each interview, and the hotel guest rooms where the interviews will be conducted. Each interview is 15 minutes long, but they can come in very different formats.
The very brief 15-minute interview process in the hotel is just an introduction. And we like to do it in pairs. We call people back more, not individually, because we like to see what the potential is for interaction. Our program is very much about community and ensemble. So we do that in pairs and remind people that it's an introduction. I give them my card. They have to contact us or we don't pursue them any further.
Our interview process varies depending on who we're talking to. Most of the time, it's just a conversation We get to ask questions, they get to ask questions. Occasionally we will work with someone if we need to see something else or to see an adjustment, to see how they take a note.
In these particular interviews, there's so little time in an interview situation that I'm not asking for another piece. I know a lot of people do, but I'm not asking for another piece. I want to get to find out who that person is and find out what they're looking for, what their passions are, and have a good sense of humor too, and just see them as a human being first.
The interview is just as important as the audition. The savvy candidate spends time in advance researching programs through Urta's website and directory, preparing to respond to questions, and compiling a few thoughtful ones of their own. So, what are some questions candidates often fail to ask?
The question not asked often enough would have to do with the specific training that the university offers. I know it gets difficult. They don't know who they're going to be called back by, and then the evening gets to be really rushed. But it's great when somebody has a sense of what goes on in the program and they want to know more details, as opposed to the question of, what do you do?
A lot of actors in the interview will say, I want to continue my training, but I'd like to know how they want to round out that training. If they've come from a Stanislavski-based training, do they want to do Meisner work? What are they looking for in a program?
The interview is kind of a short first date, which can lead to more discussions, perhaps a campus visit, and hopefully to a 3-year relationship of successful work.
Urta is a great opportunity. Everybody's professional. Everything's in line for you. And it's what you make of it. It can be a great experience.
They were very nice and welcoming. It wasn't an audition from hell like we hear all the time. I think it was a beautiful thing. We had fun today, and it was a great result.
I think preparation is an important factor for this process. You got to come in, you just got to give it your best shot. And just because you don't get an amazing amount of callbacks doesn't mean you're not credible. It doesn't mean you're not marketable. It just means that there's something else out there for you. So Urta's rocks, though. I like it.
I expected it to be a little bit more formal, which was great that it wasn't, you know. They were very honest, and that was good.
So you should definitely give Urta a try, especially if you're looking for graduate school. This is the place to be.
It's an amazing experience to be in there and see all those eyes looking at you and just rooting for you. So don't worry, go out, have a good time.
Each year, Urta helps actors towards placement in professional training programs, some just out of college, others coming back for training after several years off campus. The auditions are inexpensive, user-friendly, and very rewarding. We hope you give Urta a try, and that if you have any questions, contact us. Urta works, with you and for you. And just one more thing. Thank you for watching.